The present case turn upon how the first proviso is to be construed. In construing the first proviso, it needs to be noted that the substantive part of Article 200 provides the governor with three options: an option to assent, an option to withhold assent, and an option to reserve the bill for consideration of the President. The first proviso opens with the expression, the governor may, in contrast to the second proviso, which begins with the expression, the governor shall not assent. The may in the first proviso is because the first proviso follows the substantive part, which contains three options for the governor. The first proviso does not qualify the first option, where the governor assents to the bill, nor the third option, reserving the bill for consideration of the President. Please pause here for a minute. Lord, I am putting a question to myself. Why? The governor may say that there is repugnancy. I am sending the bill back. The bill may be passed without modification, with slight modification. The governor may still feel that the repugnancy continues, and I will now refer it to the President. What is prevented is he cannot withhold, not that he cannot thereafter refer it to the President. On the textual, on the only available interpretation or reading of Article 200 contains the first proviso does not qualify the first option, where the governor assents to the bill, nor the third option, reserving bill for the consideration of the President. The first proviso attaches to the second option, withholding of assent, and hence begins with an enabling expression, may. By the mandate of the second proviso, in fact, if it would have said shall, then this finding would have been right. May, by the mandate of the second proviso, there is an embargo on the governor assenting to a bill which derogates from the powers of the High Court under the Constitution. The governor is, by the mandate of the Constitution, required to reserve such a bill for consideration of the President, that is High Court's power, etc. A proviso, as is well settled, may fulfill the purpose of being an exception. Lord, kindly pause here for a minute. Series of judgments that proviso is, unless context otherwise requires, is an exception to the main provision. Sometimes, however, a proviso may be in the form of an explanation or in addition to the substantive provision of a statute. But this is fourth option. The court says it is only a limb of the second option. The first proviso allows the governor, where the bill is not a money bill, to send it back to the legislature together with a message. In terms of the message, the legislature may be requested by the governor to reconsider the entirety of the bill. This may happen, for instance, where the governor believes that the entire bill suffers from an infirmity. Lord, kindly pause here for a minute. This again is wrong, with profound respect. He can refer for several reasons. In entirety, bill may not be partly in, but here it's the governor believes that the entire bill suffers from infirmity. Alternatively, the government may request the legislature to reconsider any specific provision of the bill. While returning the bill, the governor may express the desirability of introducing an amendment in the bill. The desirability of an amendment may arise with a view to cure an infirmity or deficiency in the bill. This again is wrong. The governor may say that instead, for example, it's an age limit, that instead of 25, make it 21, or instead of 21, make it 25. This is my suggestion. This is my recommendation. Desirability means not legality or constitutionality. Desirability means something which the governor wants to add. The concluding part of the first proviso, however, stipulates that if the bill is passed again by the legislature, either with or without amendments, the governor shall not withhold assent therefrom upon presentation. The concluding phrase, shall not withhold assent therefrom, is a clear indicator that the exercise of the power under the first proviso is relatable to the withholding of the assent by the governor to the bill in the first instance. That is why, in the concluding part, the first proviso indicates that upon the passing of the bill by the legislature, either with or without amendments, the governor shall not withhold assent. The role which is ascribed by the first proviso to the governor is recommendatory in nature and it does not bind the state legislature. The substantive part of Article 200 empowers the governor to withhold assent to the bill. In such an event, the governor must mandatorily follow the course of action which is indicated in the first proviso of coming to the state legislature as soon as possible. My lord, question of withholding and return, my lord, would come. My lord, what is withhold? That I do not grant assent, I do not refer it, I withhold. My lord, now the way in which this is read, please, my lord, see, this is a nuanced thing. If this finding is to be right, the wording of the proviso should have ended. Governor, after reconsideration and return to him, will assent the bill. Kindly read it again. The substantive part of Article 200 empowers the governor to withhold assent to the bill. In such an event, the governor must mandatorily follow the course of action which is indicated in the first proviso of communicating to the state legislature as soon as possible a message warranting reconsideration of the bill. The expression as soon as possible is significant. It conveys a constitutional imperative of expedition. Failure to take a call and keeping a bill duly passed for indeterminate period is a course of action inconsistent with that expression. But that expression is used only when the fourth option is being used. I do not say that it can be held up indeterminate. That's not the contention. But as soon as possible is fourth option, and that expression is available only in the first proviso, not in the first part. For various reasons, before assenting, the governor may give some time for the situation to cool down. There may be a hasty legislation. The Constitution has said that there may be some hasty legislation because of some emotions of the people. He might want the matter to calm down. He might be in consultation with the chief minister, etc., etc. So the time limit being absent in the main provision is conscious. But if you want to return it back, you do it as soon as possible. And as soon as possible is, no, my lord, my submission is assent first option, unless he returns before granting assent. Withhold second option. And if he exercises that option, he cannot withhold it if it comes back. Therefore, no return. And third, reference to the precedent. And after, if he exercises the fourth option of returning it to the House, and the House reconsiders with or without modifications,
then he is bound by it.
He is bound by it. Bound by it, my lord, so far as withholding is concerned, but he can still refer it for presidential assent, because that is not prohibited. He may say that there is repugnancy, but I don't wish to straightaway directly send it to the president. I return it to the House with a message that this section is repugnant. The House, in its wisdom, says, no, it is not repugnant. But the governor can still say that I think I need presidential assent, and he can send it. If the way in which it is being read here, how Article 200 would have been worded, I have shown. And perhaps it is maintained in the proviso because historically it was always a proviso.